Hi guys, welcome back to another fragrance video on this channel and thanks so much for tuning in again. So in today's video I want to talk to you very quickly about the new Sauvage Parfum by Dior, which has been out for about 4 weeks I would say, and this is the third installment of the Sauvage series if you don't count the Cool Spray, which was added in between somehow, but this is the third one and it's actually very similar to the Bleu de Chanel series, where we also have 3 different concentrations available. One is eau de toilette, one is eau de parfum, and one is parfum. And they are actually very similar in terms of what they do and how they are different from each other. So I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Sauvage Parfum, especially when compared to the Bleu de Chanel series. So first of all, if you are new to this channel, thanks for watching this video. If you are entirely new and you're not a new subscriber, then please subscribe now. The button is just below this video. And if you like this kind of videos, you can leave this video a thumbs up if you like. Sauvage Parfum is the latest release. We had the Eau de Parfum release in 2017, I think, and the original Eau de Toilette was released in 2015. And I would say that with the Eau de Toilette, you had that original Sauvage DNA, which was a citrus with kind of an aquatic and woodsy base. So what made Sauvage very popular was, on one hand, that very generic and mass-appealing DNA, but then in a very interesting composition. So we have a lot of ambroxan, which is a kind of ocean-like smelling note, I would say. We have a woodsy base and a citrus opening. 2 things that worked really well with Bleu de Chanel as well, which was also a woodsy citrus scent DNA, I would say. So with both Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel, the Eau de Toilette concentration has the sharpest scent DNA. It's the one that projects the most. It's the OG version that gets the hearts of all the ladies because it's both mass appealing but also quite interesting. And yeah, so it's really sharp, it projects a lot, and it's a typical Eau de Toilette perfume, I would say, or fragrance. Now with the Eau de Parfum of Sauvage that was released in 2017, you got kind of a different oceanic note. I wouldn't say that it's a sweeter version of the original. I would just say that it has a slightly different scent DNA. It was slightly longer lasting, it didn't project as much, it was more of a skin scent. And I would recommend it to you if you like the original DNA, but you are open for something different, because the DNA was just kind of not the same. It was kind of different and it had a little bit more lasting power, but it wasn't too different after all. And again, with the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, there was a very similar thing happening when it was released, because it had a different citrus note in the opening. And apart from that, it was kind of similar. It was also a little bit longer lasting, but it was just a little bit sweeter in general and with a different citrus note. And now with the Parfum, we have a very similar thing happening to what happened with the Bleu de Chanel Parfum, which was a smoother version of the original, which had more of a woodsy base and which in overall was a very soft and also kind of grown-up type scent, I would say. So it was more mature and it had a smoother scent development in general. And with this one, it's exactly the same, I would say, which is why I'm bringing up all those Bleu de Chanel references, because this seems kind of like Dior's answer to the Bleu de Chanel lineup in terms of the 3 different versions that you get. Because this one is also smoother in its development, it is not as sharp, it has more of a grown-up type attitude to it. And in general, I would say that it's both longer lasting, a little bit more projecting, but also more mature than the original. And actually, the comparison to Bleu de Chanel goes even a little bit beyond that, because I feel like the dry down of both of these, so the Bleu de Chanel Parfum and the Sauvage Parfum, is actually very similar. Maybe that's because both are very mass appealing scents, and this kind of blue scent DNA that so many designer type fragrances have nowadays is actually used so often that it's very hard to tell what the differences are. But anyways, guys, the scent development of the Sauvage Parfum is more or less starting out with the original Sauvage DNA, and then it slowly transitions into kind of a mix of Bleu de Chanel and a typical barbershop fougere type fragrance with a slightly smoky and spicy top note. And that, in my opinion, makes it really hard to distinguish between this and the Bleu de Chanel one, because actually if you are looking for a designer type fragrance, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter which one you get because they all seem to go in a very, very similar direction. Apart from that, I do have to admit that this one lasts quite a bit longer than the original, and also the Eau de Parfum, that it has a very nice scent character in general, and that it projects very well. So in my opinion, it really comes down to the question if you are interested in a Sauvage type or Bleu de Chanel type scent DNA at all in 2019. Anyways, guys, that's about it with my opinion of Sauvage Parfum. If you have any questions about Sauvage Parfum, please make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, you're of course free to subscribe. The button is just below this video, as I said in the beginning. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time, and bye bye.